Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about making another income stream. This is super important for everybody because I don't think having one job will be enough to retire and live comfortably off of your retirement. So today I'm going to share how you can use the stock market to pay you out for the rest of your life. If this sounds interesting, stick around and watch. And if you want the step-by-step version of everything that I'm talking about today, the link is in the description below. Today, I found an article titled College Grads Face One of the Toughest Job Markets in a Decade. Really difficult time to find a job. It seems like a lot of the work now is shifting online. People seem to be making business online, making pretty good money, but the traditional job market is going down, perhaps because of AI. What's very interesting is if we go down here, so survey of June, July 2025, only 30% of 2025 graduates found a full-time job compared to 41% class of 2024. That's an 11% drop. So jobs are getting scarcer, it's getting harder to find. So let's get to the point. What is this extra source of income that you can generate? I call it the snack income system. It's a weekly payout for life. You learn the skill one time and it will pay you out every week, every month. Depends how active you want to get. And it's very simple. It's not hard once you learn the ropes. And let me just show you an example of that. Just the other day, I posted a video of how I lost $1,200 from one stupid trading mistake. Basically, I duplicated the order, didn't know I placed two orders at once. I doubled up on my position, and on Monday, so this trade happened Friday. On Monday, the markets were all down, and by the end of the close of market, I was down over $1,000. Fast forward, those 500 shares are now up. So I'm happy that I am out of the red and I bought at a low price. Although I made a stupid mistake doubling my order, I was able to profit. But what I did today instantly put $300 in my pocket. And it basically took me less than a few minutes. What other job can you make a few $100, if not more, that instantly puts money in your pockets without really lifting a finger? Once you have just the basic knowledge of how all of this works, it's as easy as that. And that is the kind of income stream, cash flow payout that you can make for yourself for the rest of your life. If you want me to break it down exactly how you can do this step by step, the Snack Income Quickstart is linked below. Now, why doesn't everyone do this? Because most likely people just like to blindly invest, automate their savings, take a percentage and just move it into investments. And the system that I have perfected for myself for weekly payouts, and I'm going to show you these payouts for this week. I'll show you on my trading screen in a second in my brokerage account. These weekly payouts, it's a breeze. It's easy. It's so easy to do. Now, with trading, there's always risk, but there are ways to remove that risk to the point where it's not a risk as much anymore. You always get 100% payouts, so that's good. Now, if the markets move against you, you just have to wait it out like you would do anyway if you bought the stock outright. I know this system works because one of my students, her name's Emily, she lives in New York. She started using my system back in November, first week. She made $287 and she walked me through how she did it. She showed me her trading screen. I was very surprised. I would be happy if my students started out making only $50 a week. but $287. And I asked her, how hard was it? She said, it only took 4 minutes. And when I heard that, I wasn't surprised, but I was surprised because this was her first time. And then the second week, she made another $80, not as much as the first time, but she won on both trades. And by the end of the month, she had collected nearly $500 in just simply trading less than 10 minutes a day. A great source of extra income, and this system just keeps paying you out for the rest of your life. Once you know how the system works, it's a breeze, it's a no-brainer. You just pull the trigger, you do it in less than 10 minutes, and you move on. No sitting in front of your computer all day and just being stressed and anxious. Now I'm going to move over to my brokerage account. I'm going to show you the trades that I made this week. And I promise the whole time, all of these trades, I did one, two, three or four, including the one that made $300 today, instantly. All of these payments are instant. As soon as you place a trade, you pull the trigger, that money gets deposited right into your account. And all you're doing is just renting out your savings, you're renting out your wait time, you're just renting out whatever stocks you have in your account. It's a perfect system to generate extra cash. This is not gambling. If you guys think it's gambling, then you're doing it all wrong. And I've seen people do it all wrong. This is not gambling. In fact, it's the opposite. You are the casino. You're the house and you're housing gamblers. Gamblers are paying you money and you're collecting money from them. How perfect is that? We're looking at my brokerage account just so I can show and just prove it to you guys that this is real. And I do this week after week, and it takes me minutes. It doesn't take me much time at all. It's so easy. On, let's see, December 2nd, this was on Tuesday, $30. Not a lot of money, but these little snack income size cash flow adds up, $30. Same thing, December 2nd, $41 into my account. Going down, I sold two of these and I made $52. And then this morning, I sold five of these and pocketed $300. So the total for this week, 4 days, I still have one day left this week, but in 4 days, I made over $400. That's about $100 a day for simply clicking a few buttons. Of course, I know what I'm doing. And of course, after you learn the system, it's not that hard. You just follow steps 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you're done. Once you learn the system, then it becomes as easy as just a few clicks and collecting money. This is instant cash in your pockets. There's no wait period. You get the money payout right away. So that minus $1,200 position that I bought on Friday and lost on Monday, made that video, is now up $500. It was meant to be a short-term position on Ethereum. I have long-term holdings on Ethereum. And the way it works is I have split account. I have long-term investing account, 80% and 20% for trading. And the trading is to generate cash flow income. Why? Because if you put all your money in investing, you can't get any spending money unless you sell your stocks. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to generate cash flow with some of my savings. Now, of course, I want my savings to make more money than my investing. And this is how I do it. I get savings interest rate. You put into fund where you still get savings interest rate, 3%. But while it's sitting there, you can rent out your savings, you can rent out your positions and collect weekly income. And that's exactly what I teach. Once you learn this, this is a skill that pays out for life week after week. Only takes 10 minutes a day. That's all I wanted to share with you today. If you found today's video helpful at all, please subscribe and just look out for future upcoming videos, and I will be talking more about these as I keep generating weekly income. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.